James, great to see you. First of all, by way of introduction, tell us what wheelchair rugby league is all about.
Yeah, so for everyone that doesn't know, wheelchair rugby league is just a variation of rugby league in a wheelchair, and we've taken the game of rugby league and we've tried to fit as many rules and laws of the game as possible into the wheelchair game. Instead of getting the wheelchair and being like, let's play rugby, we've got rugby league and gone, how can we take these rules and fit a wheelchair into them instead of the other way around? So we play on a 40-metre pitch instead of a 100-metre pitch, obviously indoors. And everything that's in the running game of rugby league, so defence gets back 10 metres, we have to get back 4 metres. In the running game you have a 20-metre restart, we have an 8-metre restart. So like all the lines and the distances all marry up. You can't pass the ball forwards, obviously it's rugby. We have a conversion, so you score a try, we have posts, so you take conversion from where you scored. And we have these like foot-high kicking tees, so you put the ball on top and you sat in your chair and use your closed fist to hit the ball to try and get your extra 2 points. So it is an exact replica of the running game, but inside in wheelchairs. And it's fast. I think it takes a lot of people by surprise. It's a really fast game. It's really competitive. You see a lot of rugby league moves and plays and the way people move their chairs that you would see watching like Super League teams on a weekend on TV. So yeah, it is just rugby league.
And for the first time, it's the fourth time there's been a wheelchair rugby league World Cup, but this is the first time where it's being run alongside the men's and the women's tournaments in one great rugby league jamboree at the end of the season. How big could that be for wheelchair rugby league?
It's massive, honestly. Like, and I pinch myself sometimes when I'm thinking about it, how far the game's come. The game's not even 20 years old. The first World Cup in 2008, there was 3 teams, and then there was 5 teams, and then in 2017 we had 7 teams in the south of France, and everyone else went to Australia to do their World Cups in 2017, but we were part of the festivals, so we went to France. So we were a bit of a sideshow to it all. And this year, having been bumped up to like top billing, really, it's insane, it's crazy, and it's something I never thought we'd get for the game, and it's something I never expected. I never thought we'd be running alongside the men and the women's teams at the same time. So it's huge and it's amazing, but I do have to pinch myself about the fact we're all going to be on BBC. So we'll be on BBC playing on TV. The women's teams will be on BBC playing as well, and it's all in the same vein as the men's and the women's all together playing at the same time.
And when we're watching those games on the BBC, obviously when we watch the games normally, they're talking about tactics and everything else. The game, you mentioned it mirrors similar to Super League that we see on the telly. But what sort of tactics can we look out for? Is there special things we should be looking for? Yeah,
you'll see everything. Like, you'll see everything. The whole terminology is the same. Even though we're playing indoors, we don't play on a court or a hall. We're on a pitch. We're on a field. We're rugby league players, and you'll see everything. So we have 2 wingers, 2 centres, and like a half in the middle, like a pivot. And you'll see your far winger wrap around the back of the play and try and insert himself into the line like you would a fullback, because we don't have a fullback. So you will see your winger come out and do that like you would see a fullback do. You'll see us hit channels and try and break down defensive line, and you'll see us try and nip in behind the ruck, and you'll see the same things you'd see in the running game. You'll see us try and win the ruck to get that fast play of the ball, which fast play of the ball, it's the key in all variants of rugby league, and you'll see it in the game, the wheelchair game, that fast play of the ball, and then the attacking team get into a shape and put a shape on, and you'll see set plays that will look like they've just come out of nowhere because everyone on the team will be so in sync with what's going on. And yeah, you'll see everything you see on the pitch watching like the men's teams as well.
And it's a really inclusive sport as well, isn't it? Men, women play alongside each other, disability, able-bodied players all in one team.
Yeah, I think rugby league's like across the board is a massive inclusive sport with all the different variations we've got. It's like, you turn up to play, we will find a way for you to play rugby league, where it's LDRL, men's, women's, tag touch. But I think wheelchair rugby league's like the cherry on the top, because it's like 16 is the minimum age for internationals, and then I don't even think there's a max age really. So you could, if you were good enough, you'd be out on that pitch with everyone else. Male, female players, all on the pitch together. You could have a full female team out there if you wanted. If those players are the best players you've got, there's absolutely no kind of segregation for the athletes. And out of the 5 players, 2 can be able-bodied as well. So they're fully strapped in a wheelchair and everything, but they can be able-bodied players, and it opens that door to getting families playing together. So unlike some disabled sports where you've got like some weird elaborate point system, you can have brothers and sisters, fathers and sons. You can have players out there together who would never have got a chance to play any sport together, and now they're out there on the pitch, potentially at international level, competing together, that they couldn't have done in any other variations.
And you've got some iconic venues as well for this World Cup.
Yeah.
The Copper Box, obviously we all remember that from the Olympics in 2012, and the final itself is going to be at the M&S Bank Arena in
I think it's got a
Liverpool.
capacity of about 10,000 or something, which is absolutely mind-blowing. That, like, it's crazy. But I was there in 2012 watching wheelchair basketball, and it's like a bit of a full circle thing for me. I was in the year I was about to leave the army after all my rehabilitation and everything. I remember going to London and watching it, and that was the thing that inspired me to find a sport and get into a sport. So for me, it's a bit of a full circle, going to watch during my rehabilitation, going to watch wheelchair basketball, and then going to play in a World Cup there, opening night, wheeling out against the Aussies. It's going to be massive, and then hopefully go through there and get the semi-finals in Sheffield at the EIS, which again is another, like, it's world renowned for its sport, and then shift to M&S Bank Arena and 10,000 people. Like, I'm like, if we could even get, I want it full, but if we could even only get like 2/3 of that, it'd be absolutely mind-blowing. Just listening to everyone screaming in there, it'd be amazing.
And the word is that the tickets for the Wheelchair Rugby League are selling faster than anything else in the tournament, which is just shows how much people have embraced the heroes that are involved in the sport.
Yeah, I think Sheffield for the semi-finals. I know the group stages for Sheffield is out. It's gone. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything left. But yeah, they're going fast, and I'm getting people ringing me up now, being like, "Can you get free tickets?" And I'm like, "I don't know who you think I am, but I can't get free tickets." But yeah, they're firing so fast, and it's amazing after last year as well. Like, I had a bit of doubts that we're not going to get tickets, it's not going to go ahead and things. So to know how fast the tickets are going and how many people are getting them, and even we've got this test coming up, which I'm sure we'll get onto in June. Like, I know 40 people who've bought tickets for that already. Do you know, it's crazy how fast they're going. It's amazing as well for us as players to know that people want to come see us.